Hello, my name is Nina Johnson, and I am the Deputy State Long-Term Care Ombudsman for the Office of the State Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program. My office is housed within the Illinois Department on Aging. The office is pleased to present this DVD on our Home Care Ombudsman Program expansion. Before we begin, I would like to just take a few minutes to offer a few highlights about the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program. Congress amended the Older Americans Act in 1978 to establish a long-term care ombudsman program in every state in the nation. Both federal and state law mandate long-term care ombudsmen to advocate for residents' rights and for quality of care and life. They educate consumers and facility staff. They resolve resident complaints and provide information to the general public. The word ombudsman is a Scandinavian word which means citizen representative. Ombudsmen are certified representatives of the office who are trained to investigate reported complaints, report findings, and help achieve resolutions on behalf of the residents. Ombudsmen have 24-hour access authority into all licensed, skilled, intermediate, shelter care, supportive living facilities, assisted living establishments, and state-operated veterans' homes. Anyone may call a long-term care ombudsman to voice concerns or obtain information about long-term care. Ombudsmen may help one person resolve a problem or address an issue, or they may take a systemic action to work on multiple complaints that affect many residents. Ombudsmen work on resolving actions or inactions or problems that adversely affect the health, safety, welfare, or rights of all residents residing in long-term care facilities. In all situations, confidentiality is paramount. Information is never released without the permission of the resident or legal guardian or by a court order. The state office has designated 17 regional ombudsman programs to provide resident advocacy and facts about facilities and residents' rights. Please go to the Illinois Department on Aging's website for more detailed information about the Illinois Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program. Thank you.
The Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program is a program designated by the Older Americans Act that states that each state should have a long-term care ombudsman program. And what ombudsmen do is advocate for individuals who live in long-term care facilities.
The types of issues that we're called to act upon are many. They range from the simple to the serious. Somebody stole my socks, to I got cold food today, I didn't like how the food tasted, to abuse, neglect, or financial abuse or neglect from either persons who are related or perhaps who work in the facilities.
One of the things, when I went to the nursing home, I wanted a copy of everything that came in my name, and they weren't accustomed to doing that. And we had a real head bashing about that, the ombudsman. And he came to my rescue, and they did get the notice from the state that I would get a copy of everything in my name and my husband's.
Is there anything I can do for you? Can I look up anybody for you? Do you want me to find anyone for you? I said, yes. There's two people that I want you to find for me. I could not find them on my own. He found them. One person had passed away, and then the other person, I got the address from that person, and I wrote the family a letter, and I found out that that person had passed away.
Jamie and Annette were here for just a regular visit one day, and they were doing construction and they were trying to get rid of people, so they came and gave me a 30-day notice. Well, I took it to Jamie, and she's like, they can't give it to you without an appeal notice. So she right away stopped what she was doing and went out and said, you need to give him an appeal paper. The way you guys are doing this is not right. So she's very adamant about, yes.
It's very important to keep the Ombudsman program going because there isn't anyone else out there assisting residents in the way that we do. Again, it's almost like a David and Goliath situation. When residents have a concern, they're up against a large number of staff, big corporate offices who have attorneys and other connections and power, and residents often feel very, very powerless, and we really are the only entity going in facilities on a regular basis, again, explaining their rights and helping them with any concerns that they have. Without our program, I don't know where many residents would be. I know a lot of residents wouldn't be able to get out of the facilities without our help. Those that are capable of living in the community, residents' voices certainly wouldn't be heard. And I think it's highly important to have individuals like Ombudsman in facilities, not only talking with residents, but we also explain resident rights to staff. And sometimes they really just didn't know. And we do have facility staff members calling us saying, hey, you know, we're kind of in a jam here. We don't really know what to do with this situation. Are we following residents' rights? Can you help us in that situation? We're very happy to help in those situations.
The Ombudsman role in these resident council meetings is whatever the residents request for it to be. Any person who attends a resident council meeting has to attend by invitation of a resident in a long-term care facility. So our role would be to engage them, to find out what their concerns are, and to help mobilize the residents to get their issues addressed, to get their issues resolved.
Home and community ombudsman cases can include situations where the client wants assistance in appealing case manager decisions, has difficulty contacting their case manager, requests assistance with complaints about their services, wants referrals to other governmental or community programs, or needs assistance in obtaining services to help them stay in their home. Home and community ombudsmen are highly trained professionals and have the same authority to advocate on behalf of their clients as do ombudsmen for the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program.
A voice, somebody that'll listen and somebody that'll try to do something. We all sit down, set up a meeting, yeah, they did their job. They stuck right through it, stayed on it.
He would tell some things about what he can do for us, you know, different things that he can do for us. He would just say, come to me and we'll talk about it and don't be afraid and we'll talk, you know, we'll see what we can do.
He would always come to attend the resident council meetings and he was very active.
If I had advice for anybody, whether it was a resident or family member, I would say speak up. Because if it's happening to you, it's probably happening to other people in the facility.
I recommend it to nursing home residents' families. If there's a problem, that maybe the resident will share only with their family, and the family can get a hold. Yeah, they're very, very compassionate.
If I had to give advice to upcoming ombudsmen, I would say start slowly. It's a complicated job, but just talk to the residents and see what their concerns are, and we follow their direction, so that part's easy.
To make sure you have the passion for it, because it can be very draining, very emotional. So you have to, you should only do it if you believe in what you've done, if you believe that it will make a difference to the resident.
I hope you enjoyed this video presentation. The office would like to thank the residents, the Ombudsman, and the UIS video crew who made this wonderful DVD possible. The Long-Term Care Ombudsman program has a proven record of advocacy with more than 30 years of client-directed advocacy experience, and we look forward to providing many more years of advocacy services to consumers of both long-term care and home and community-based services.